Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video we're on board one of the most popular boats on the water right now, a Axopar 37 cross cabin. She's got the gull wing doors, she's got the multi-storage at the back, and we're going to show you in this video every little detail of what makes this particular Axopar what it is and its extras it has. So join me for a full tour. We're going to ride around the boat and we're going to get you some running shots too, so let's go. Now you've seen some of that awesome drone footage, we're going to start looking at the deck area on this boat. We're going to head back. Nathan's still got the drone up in the sky. We're going to head back to the berth in Dartmouth, but I wanted to just show you one of the reasons. You know, we're doing here just running into the dark, we're pushing against the tides, but look how easy it is to walk around on this boat. I can walk all the way up this port side. I've got this grab rail all the way along. It's a Brabus line boat, so we've got the black detailing, we've got the black metalwork with the black rub rail. And already I'm up on this foredeck. I've got those gull wing doors, which we'll look at a bit later on. And straight away, I'm up onto this foredeck space. Now, being a Brabus line boat, we've got the diamond stitching on the upholstery. This boat's also got the extended sun pad module. So if I just sit on this seat here, you'll see that I can sit here, extend my legs very comfortably on that sun pad. If I show you as well, underneath here, there is some storage. So I pull this handle here, I can lift up there, and that's a good amount of storage. So if you've got, you could even put some drinks in there, you could put bags, life jackets, whatever you wanted to. It's a very comfortable seat to sit on for sure. Forward of that section here, we've got the anchor locker. So if I lift this up, again, we're underway here, Mark's at the helm, but you can see here another good working space. I've got the controllers here for the windlass. We've got the covers here, so the boat's got full exterior cover pack, and they are, we've stored those obviously for the video. You can see you've got electric anchor winch there with your ultramarine anchor. So that's a fully electric anchor windlass system. Nicely finished lockers, etc. The boat's also got shore power, so that's where the shore power connects in there. You'll see we've also got the exterior audio package. So we've got the speakers up here foredeck, and we've got some more speakers further aft. So we'll look at those in a bit more. We're just giving you an idea now. Already I'm coming back down that starboard side, just how easy it is to walk around the boat. Gull wing doors, like I said, we'll come back to. You can see up on the top here, we've got the solar panel. This is great for Axopars that are left on moorings, especially because the solar panel system just constantly trickling charge, especially on a day like today, into the battery system. So it's a really, really nice feature to have. Other extras to mention while I'm in this position, you've got the roof bars. So you've got those black Brabus roof bars up there on the hardtop there, giving you lots of practicality. Come back down on the starboard side, again, really super easy to hold on to. You can see those very cool white 300s there, just purring away, pushing us up the dart. What a cracking view. This boat has got multi-storage, so rather than being a aft cabin boat or a wet bar boat, this is multi-storage. So underneath this area I'm sat on, you've got a huge storage area, which I'll look at in just a moment. But before I do, just look at where we are here. Sat on the aft deck of this boat, on the sun pad, very comfortable, looking back out to sea. Fishing boat, sailing boat. This is what being on the water is all about. Absolutely stunning spot. Just coming into Dartmouth there, like I said. Beautiful location. Beautiful location. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take you back round, just give you again, just show you how easy it is to walk around this boat. There is actually a table, we'll look at that a bit later on when we get back to the mooring, but there is a table. Most 37s don't have a table on this foredeck, but this client, we specified one up here. We do have the sunshade poles. There is a sunshade for up this foredeck area, which we don't have on today. We should do though, because it's such a lovely day. And I think now what I'll do, Nathan's just landed the drone, just so I got out of the way a minute. I'll show you the multi-storage. So if I just bring the camera down now, so I'm going to open this up here. Look at the size of this storage. So with Axopar 37s, you can have the aft cabin, you can have the wet bar, you can have multi-storage, you can have the USO for seating, but this has got the multi-storage. Now, what an amazing setup. You can see here this client's quite into water sports, so we've got adult skis, junior skis, a wakeboard, a life raft, washdown kit in that bucket there, but it's just so much versatility by having that multi-storage space. It's still really nicely finished. The moulding's really nicely finished there. It's on these gas struts, which obviously support it, and it is a watertight compartment, so you can keep dry stuff in there. But it's a really, really useful. If you're going to use the Axopar for days on the water, water sports, the multi-storage is a really great option. And as you just saw, you've still got the sun pad on top of that multi-storage section. Starboard side here, we've got the additional swim ladder. So you've got the standard one, but that's on the starboard. This is on the starboard side I'm on now. There are standard ones on the port side, but this is the additional sunbathing ladder, which is really nice. Again, if you're into your water sports, for getting in and out of the water. I'm being very safe here. I am hanging on to the ski arch. Just wanted to show you these 300s, fully serviced by Tonto Marine. Really, really nice arrangement. It's just so easy to walk around these boats. I know I keep talking about it, but it really is. You can see here marks at the helm. So we've got the glass bridge system here. We'll look at this in a bit more detail when we get onto the mooring. But I thought it might be quite interesting, just rather than doing all of the video on the mooring, it might be quite nice for you to show you that external tour whilst underway. You can see here for the Eagle ones Mercury, you've got the joystick system, so we can berth this boat using the joystick. In fact, what I'll do is I'll cut the video for a minute and join us in a second when we get back over towards where the berth is, and I'll show you Mark using that joystick. So we're just now approaching the berth for the boat, which is just over there. You can see the steam train. Well, it's actually a diesel train today, but the carriages of the steam train. The berth is quite tricky for this one. It's just on the left-hand side of a yacht over there. Mark's still on the throttles at the moment, but in a moment he will drop them into neutral, which will engage the joystick or make the joystick active. And then he'll use the joystick, perhaps in conjunction with the bow thruster, which is also just turned on, to get into the berth. Now, the joysticks on these Axopars, I've spoken about it before, but not only do they give you maneuverability control, they also give you an autopilot function, which I think is a really sensible option. See here is just accepting the fact that the engines are trimmed, and if I just give you an aerial position now of where the joystick is, there are some more videos on our channels where we've talked more about the joystick in a bit more detail with a drone overlay. You can see here Mark's now twisting the joystick to the right, which is turning the boat. If I give you an idea of orientation, hold the GoPro steady, it will show you the boat's coming around, and our berth is just over there. So it's a strange one because Liquid Asset, the yacht there, actually overhangs slightly. So, oh, Hercules flying over the river. So you can see you can be very controlled with the joystick. The boat's really come to a quite slow momentum now, and what Mark will do is just edge the boat into the gap. So if I just give you an idea from behind Mark, just to give you an idea of what he can see. So you can see there, straight ahead of you into the berth, yacht on the starboard side. And now just using that joystick very, very lightly, just to give you an idea. Mark's going to love this, leaning over his shoulder. He's trying to concentrate, but just trying to give you an aspect of what Mark's seeing and what he's doing with the joystick. All very, very slow, very controlled. We have got the tide running up behind us here, which we need to be a bit mindful of, but it shows you how easy it is to get in that berth using the joystick. So what Mark's going to do now is just take the momentum out, using the joystick in astern. We have got a couple of fenders on the starboard side. No bow thruster there at all. The bow thruster is on, so if Mark needs to control the bow now, he can. But using that joystick, you can just see a 37-foot boat. Yes, Mark is a professional at this, but I think it does inspire confidence in people. We are getting some help here very kindly by our neighbour on the marina, and Nathan is just going to get the bow line on. But all very controlled, no issue, and that joystick really is a great feature to have. Now, of course, you don't have to have a joystick, but it just makes it that bit easier to have one, especially in situations where you've got a tight berth. Well done, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, Mark, it's not the first time you've driven an Axopar 37, is it?
It's not, no, they're good
And
boats.
you like the joystick as a professional captain?
They're great, yeah, they are good. But it's nice to change between the two, really.
Yeah.
But as I say, just for demonstration purposes, with a bit of tide running, the wind blowing us away from the berth, it's nice to have that option there, because she's a long boat for outboards, so a joystick definitely helps. It's either that or the bow thruster, so a combination of all three is great.
Really good system. So this boat has got the bow thruster. Like I say, when Mark jumps off in a minute, we'll do a full tour of the dash, but hopefully that gives you some confidence how easily you can berth this boat. So keep watching for a minute. We're just going to finish tying up, get shore power back on, and then we'll come back to you in a minute with the full tour of the interior of this boat. So keep watching. Right, we've just said goodbye to Mark. So now he's gone, let's have a proper look around this cabin area, the cross cabin area. So as with the outside, we've got the Brabus upholstery, we've got the diamond stitch, we've got the Brabus badges tucked into the seats here. But this is just such a great space. We've got the electrically opening roof here, so you can see it's in its retracted position. But with that back, on a day like today, with the size of these doors, it does really give you a real outside feel. I said I wouldn't go into too much specific, generic Axopar detail. I was going to focus on this actual boat. I will do my best. You can see here the table unfolds. So if you are using this area for dining, it's a very practical space. This chair here, I won't try and do it one-handed because it's difficult, but this will spin round as well. In fact, they both will. So if you wanted to have both those chairs facing back to a table, then you can. That's a really nice option if you are entertaining. I can close the table again. We know we've already looked at the multi-storage. Now, if this was an aft cabin boat, this would be the access to the cabin. However, we do have a lot of storage in there. So that space there is still a really, really practical size storage space. And if you want to store life jackets, bags, overnight bags, whatever it is, that's a really, really sensible space to be. Got some cup holders back there. Again, very standard Axopar. Try not focus on that, Tom. Quick overview of the dash, what we've got here. We've got the glass bridge system. We've got the vessel view as well. So not all Axopars with a Mercury have the vessel view. So this is in effect an additional screen to your glass bridge system. Really, this can be designated just purely for the Mercury system, for the Mercury engines. I've just put ignition on there just to show you that firing up. We've got the trim tabs here. Again, very standardised 37 Axopar stuff. Brabus lines. We've got the suede steering wheel. We can see here the operation for the roof, which I've already mentioned. You've got your AIS radio up here and your heater, so these are all nice points to mention on board this particular boat. See more Fusion speakers tucked up here, great when you're cruising because the audio from those really does become part of the co-pilot and skipper zone, so it's very easy to hear. We'll go and look in the cabin in a minute. You can see here we've got the Brabus detailing again on that handle. We're snapping over carpets in here, but hopefully giving you an overview of, like I said, the extras on this particular boat, but also you may not have seen one of these videos before with the multi-storage. As I promised, let's go and have a look at the accommodation. So you've got this hatch here by the helm. If I just push this button here, this then lifts up, and then you step down into what is on this particular boat, the toilets area, or the heads area. So if I close that perspex door here, you can see then you reveal the loo, which is an electric flush toilet system. You can see you've also got a mirror up there, and then you've got some of your fuses up there as well. So nice practical space. And the idea is that if you are using the bathroom, then you shut this door, you can then slide across this over here and pull down the cap, hatch there, and then it encloses this space completely, and it's completely private space. Really nice little touch. You've got some lights in here as well, so I can just put the lights on here. You've got a audio in for the Fusion system. You've got a remote control there, so that's how you can activate the Bluetooth as well on the Fusion, so if you're searching for that. And then you've also just got a 12 volt there. So practicality, if you're running air pumps or you're running another portable fridge, it's nice to have those 12 volts there. If I want to access then the accommodation space, I can close that perspex door, which completely closes off the toilet area, and then you're into the forward cabin. Now, I've mentioned a couple of times, this boat does have the gull wing doors. So you can see here that I've got the port side door open, the starboard one shut. What amazes me with these doors is just how much natural light they let into the space, and they transform it from being a cabin on a sports boat to a really light, airy space where you might choose to actually come and relax rather than just to sleep. So you can see here you've got another snapping carpet here. We've got these wooden steps which actually flip up, so if you're sleeping in the boat you can lift these up and then you're not going to bash your ankles or your head, depending on which way around you sleep. There is a little seat here as well on the port side. If I want to open this starboard side gull wing, I'm just going to hang on to it a little bit because they have a habit of going quite quick, but then all of a sudden you can just see, if I step back a little bit, just how much natural light is coming into that space. Now, you've seen this probably before if you're looking at 37s, but again, I always like to point it out. To gain access out forward now, very easy, just step up here and I'm back out on this foredeck, which we've already shown you. Looks very cool with those up in the raised position as well. Really like that. Now, I promised I would show you the table on the bow, so we've just put this up here. I'm just going to get the leg in that receiver and I'll show you how that works. There you go. The table is now in. So this isn't actually a factory option from Axopar, it's something we've done for the client, because it just makes this, if you're actually sat up here and you're relaxing, or you just have anything just perhaps with your other half or with children up here, it's quite a nice space just to sit and to have some food. And it's very easy to get up, it just slots into that swan neck type leg there. And I think it works really well, because you can easily sit here, and if I was having a sandwich or something, it's just somewhere to sit and relax, and gives you another area on board the boat. So yeah, hopefully you can tighten it up so it stops spinning, but another nice little touch. So hopefully that's been an informative tour about this Axopar 37 and this specific boat. What we didn't want to do is just another Axopar tour of a 37. We wanted to show you why you might want to buy this particular boat. And seeing the multi-storage, seeing that forward cabin, the toilet compartment, I love these white engines, they're really, really nice. Hopefully it gives you an idea of why this is just a lovely boat to buy. She's available for sale, she's based in the southwest, so contact us. If you need help with berthing down here in the southwest, please let us know. I'm sure we can help with that too. So thanks for watching. A great opportunity now to subscribe to our channel, hit the subscribe button, give us a like and leave us a comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.